The emergence of LIV Golf as a new league raised concerns and controversies in the golf community. Most of this is about its impact on the existing PGA Tour. The LIV Golf League is backed by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, and it promises to offer a new format of professional golf with a focus on entertainment and fan engagement. However, the league has faced several challenges and criticisms. Let's explore the major issues with LIV Golf according to players, fans, and pundits.
Himself in the wrong spot, didn't he? Garcia at the second.
Brilliant. That's such a difficult shot off those tight.
The first controversy revolves around player recruitment, and this is a sore point. LIV Golf has been criticized for poaching some of the biggest names in golf from the PGA Tour. This includes names like Jon Rahm, Brooks Koepka, Justin Rose, and more. The PGA Tour relies on its star players to attract viewership and sponsorship, so it's no wonder this is a contentious issue, but more about this later. Then there's the huge gulf between LIV and PGA player compensation. LIV Golf has promised to offer significantly higher prize money than the PGA Tour. This could entice even more players to join the new league. But this has raised concerns about the sustainability of LIV Golf's financial model, and questions are being asked about the potential impact on the PGA Tour's compensation structure and the financial stability of smaller tournaments. Issue number 2, and we'll also tell you more about this shortly. Conflicting schedules have many golfers' knickers in a knot too.
Well positioned here at the 9th for Phil Mickelson.
That's from 228 down the hill.
The schedules of the PGA Tour and LIV Golf has significant overlaps. This creates a conflict of interest between players and fans, and that's no good. The PGA Tour has threatened to impose penalties on players who participate in LIV Golf events, especially if they overlap with PGA Tour events. This could impact the participation of star players in the new league. Issue number 3, and more about that later too. The LIV's ownership is controversial, and that's probably a euphemism.
Responsibility as the best player in the world was to grow the game of golf as much as I could possibly grow it. And to do that,
the backing of LIV Golf by the Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund doesn't sit well with human rights groups and some players. The argument is that the league's association with a country with a poor human rights record undermines the integrity of the sport. Additionally, the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi in 2018 has raised concerns about the ethical implications of participating in LIV Golf events. Issue number 4, and we'll delve into that shortly too. The course setup is another aspect of LIV Golf that's causing a lot of chatter in the golf fraternity. Shorter rounds and fewer holes, how do these factors impact the fairness and legitimacy of the competition? Some have argued that the shorter format could favor certain types of players and reduce the importance of skill and strategy. Issue number 5, and more about that later too. Then there's the fan experience. LIV Golf has promised to be more entertaining and fan-friendly than the PGA Tour. It'll feature live music, pyrotechnics, and more. Among the most traditional golfing crowd, this has raised concerns about the potential impact on the integrity of the sport and the focus on competition and skill. So there's a lot to talk about. Let's start with the compensation issue. With LIV attracting names like Jon Rahm, Brooks Koepka, Justin Rose, Dustin Johnson, Phil Mickelson, and Bryson DeChambeau, the tournament must have something unique to offer, and it's probably all about the money. LIV Golf has promised to offer a total purse of $240 million for its inaugural season. Individual tournament purses range from $20 million to $30 million. This represents a significant increase in prize money compared to the PGA Tour. PGA players play for a total purse of approximately $430 million for the entire season. Individual tournament purses range from $6 million to $15 million. In addition to the prize money, LIV Golf offers signing bonuses and performance-based bonuses and equity ownership in the league itself. Quite the package. Then there's the LIV Golf schedule. LIV Golf's schedule runs over 18 tournaments and events are taking place around the world. The PGA Tour is one of the most established and well-respected professional golf leagues in the world. It has a schedule that includes dozens of tournaments each year. The PGA Tour schedule is carefully crafted to accommodate the needs of players, sponsors, and fans, with events taking place throughout the year in locations around the world. The launch of LIV Golf immediately created a scheduling conflict with the PGA Tour. Many of the top-level players have been forced to choose between the two leagues. The LIV Golf schedule is expected to include events that overlap with PGA Tour events. courses, and this makes it difficult for players to compete in both leagues. It's particularly problematic for players who have existing commitments to the PGA Tour. Of course, this includes sponsorship deals and other contractual obligations. The conflicting schedules could also create problems for golf fans. You may now be forced to choose between watching LIV Golf or the PGA Tour. Both leagues could actually lose out here. Then there's the Saudi involvement, and this is not an easy one. The Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund, PIF, is a major investor in the league. In fact, reports suggest that the fund has committed up to $1 billion to the league. Critics argue the country has a poor human rights record. It is also involved in several conflicts in the Middle East. And then there's the assassination of journalist Jamal Khashoggi in 2018. The involvement of Saudi Arabia in LIV Golf raises questions about the league's values and ethics. And critics are adamant that it could undermine the reputation of professional golf, and with it, the values of fairness and integrity. Furthermore, the reputation of some of the LIV Golf owners is dubious, to say the least. In addition to the PIF, LIV Golf has attracted investment from several wealthy individuals with murky histories, and companies with controversial pasts, lest we forget. For example, the league has received backing from the family of former Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi. Then it took money from Russian oligarch Dmitry Rybolovlev. He's been linked to corruption and money laundering. No wonder people are worried about the league's ethics. The course setup in LIV Golf will also be different from the PGA Tour. LIV Golf's course setup is designed to be different from traditional golf courses. The aim is to create more excitement and drama from players and fans alike. The league's courses feature narrow fairways, smaller greens, a variety of hazards, including water features and strategically placed bunkers. In addition to these design elements, LIV Golf has also introduced several unique rules and innovations to its courses. For example, the league allows players to use distance measuring devices during play. It also introduced a shot clock to encourage faster play. This will also prevent slow play from slowing down the pace of the game. Defenders of LIV Golf's course setup argue that the league's approach is necessary. It will shake up the sport of golf and attract a new generation of fans. Supporters argue that the extreme course setup adds excitement and drama to the game, and that it could help to make golf more accessible and appealing to a wider audience. They also point out that the course setup in LIV Golf is not without precedent. Extreme courses are used in other sports like Formula One racing and snowboarding too. The use of extreme courses in LIV Golf may simply be a natural evolution of the sport. And who knows, maybe it will even be a necessary step to keep golf relevant and engaging in a rapidly changing world. LIV Golf is taking a bold new approach to the sport of golf. Its focus on enhancing fan experiences is a key part of that approach. By taking a fan-centric approach to the sport, investing in new technologies and initiatives, and promoting greater engagement and interaction between fans and players, LIV Golf aims to make golf more exciting, engaging, and accessible for fans around the world. As the league continues to evolve and grow, it will be interesting to see how these initiatives impact the future of professional golf, and if it can shake off the controversies that have surrounded it from the get-go. Catch you in the next video.